related to the step function as 11th point, and now here in this class as the 12th point we are going to solve this. Okay, one by one I will try. Just look at the first one. The first equation involves with step on the fractional part is that what it is? A. The given one is 4 times the fractional part of x is equals to x plus step x. Okay. We need to solve it. Solving in the sense we need to find the values of x, that's it. So finding value of x is nothing but finding its integral part as well as the fractional part. As we discussed, okay, every real number x has some integral part and some fractional part. Sometimes the fractional part may be 0, right? So initially you just take x is equals to some integral part plus fractional part. When you say x as integral part plus fractional part, we are very familiar with that. This integral part is simply nothing but step x and which belongs to an integer. Whereas this fractional part is simply nothing but this fractional part of x and whose value lies in between 0 and 1. Okay, this is the basic definition of that x. So x is at the end step x plus fractional part of x. Okay, and for my convenience usually I use this I for the integral part and this f for the fractional part. And now try to convert the given problem in terms of this I and f. Try to solve. Okay, right. Then the given problem will become here like this: 4 times the fractional part of x. Here this is x and its fractional part is f. So 4 times the fractional part of x is nothing but f. That is equals to x. Given problem is like this. Okay, x is the integral part plus fractional part plus again step x. Step x means the integral part of x, which is simply nothing but I. So at the end, if you rearrange it, send f this side, 3f is equals to 2i we have at the end. 3f is equals to 2i. I need to find the values of x, nothing but finding its integral part along with the fractional part. 3f is equals to 2i I have in my hands, and I need certain restriction on that f as well as I. F is a number between 0 and 1, whereas I is an integral value. I need to combine these two to get the values of I as well as f. See, just have a look. 0 less than or equals to f less than 1 is the basic nature of f. From there, what you say about 3f? See, since f is in between 0 and 1, if you multiply with the 3, this 3f is always in between 0 less than or equals to 3f less than 3. Since f is in between 0 and 1, you just multiply with the 3, that the 3f is a number which is in between 0 and 3. But 3f is simply nothing but 2i. So 0 less than or equals to 2i is less than or equals to 3. Clear? So 2i is a number which is in between 0 and 3. And we know that I is the integral part. Since I is the integral part, integer, okay? I is the integral part and it is an integer value. Since I is an integer value, 2i is also an integer value. In between 0 and 3, the possible values for the 2i are 0 or 1 or 2. At the end, 2i is equals to 0 or 1 or 2. Okay? And 2i is simply equals to 3f also. Right? So that's why 2i is equals to 0 or 1 or 2. This is again equivalent with 3f also. Okay? And now 2i is equals to 0, 3f is equals to 0. From there we need to calculate I and f at every time. Okay? If the value is 0, we will say that I is equals to 0, f is equals to 0. 2i is equals to 0, I is 0. 3f is equals to 0, f is 0. And then for 1, 2i is equals to 1 means I is equals to 1 by 2 we have here. But I is an integer, 1 by 2 is not an integer, we need to neglect this case. Then whereas coming to third one, when 2i is equals to 2, I is equals to 1. When 3f is equals to 2, f is equals to 2 by 3. So I have I and f in two cases, and one case we need to neglect. At the end, we see solving this particular equation is simply nothing but what? Solving for x. Since we are solving for x, x is I plus f. In this case, x is equals to 0, I plus f. And in this case, x is equals to I plus f. I plus f means what? 1 plus 2 by 3, simply 5 by 3. At the end, two answers for the given problem are 0, 5 by 3. If you wish to check it, just go for the cross checking. Okay, replacing x with 0 and replacing x with 5 by 3, the equation will get balanced, and at the end, for this equation, the possible values of x are 0 and 5 by 3. And that's the way of solving. See, solving x is nothing but solving I and f. Okay, and like that we did. Okay, just have a look. Now, B of 12th one, okay, second bit. 2x is equals to 3 times the step x plus 1 is the problem. We need to solve, in the sense we need to find the values of x. As we discussed in the previous case, for every problem when it involves with step, we need to take that x is equals to I plus f. I is the integral part step x, f is the fractional part which is in between 0 and 1. Then you need to convert the given problem in terms of this I and f first. Okay, then what will happen? Then the given problem is this. Just look at this problem and try to convert in terms of I and f. 2x, so 2 times of x means I plus f is equals to 3 times this step x. Step x is how much? I. In my convenience I am taking it as I, so 3i plus 1. At the end, the given problem 2x is equal to 3 step x plus 1 is simply nothing but 2 times of I plus f is equals to 3 times of I plus 1. So try to solve, establish a relation between I and f. 2i plus 2f is equals to 3i plus 1. Okay. And then what you say about 2f? So this implies 2f is equals to, send this 2i that side, you will get that I plus 1. So now again, just as we discussed in the previous case, we have that 2f is equals to I plus 1. Since 0 less than or equals to f less than 1, from there, what you say about this 2f? 0 less than or equals to 2f less than 2. Okay? Since f is in between 0 and 1, 2f is in between 0 and 2. Since 2f is in between 0 and 2, what is 2f? Here we have that 2f as I plus 1. So, this implies 0 less than or equals to I plus 1 less than 2. I need to find out I, an integer. Okay? So, since it is I plus 1, subtract 1. So, minus 1 less than or equals to I less than 1. And since minus 1 less than or equals to I less than 1, from there what you say about the values of I. So, and after that we need to solve for each and every case. From this I is equals to minus 1, 0. Only two possibilities. I is an integer which is in between minus 1 and 1. So, we have only two possibilities. I is minus 1 as well as 0. Okay. So, what you say about, see I is minus 1 and 0. From there we need to calculate f also. Okay. So, we have two possibilities. I value is either minus 1 or 0. If I is equals to minus 1, in this case, what you say about f? See, I is minus 1, here 2f is equals to I plus 1. So, 2f is equals to 0, f is equals to 0. When I is equals to 0, from this case, 2f is equals to 1 and f is equals to 1 by 2. We need to pay attention on this relation, 2f is equals to I plus 1. After having I as minus 1 or 0, calculate f. Okay. At the end, I is minus 1 and f is 0. And here, I is 0 and f is 1 by 2. So, what you say about x? So, in this case, x is equals to I plus f minus 1 is an answer. In this case, x is equals to I plus f 1 by 2 is an answer. At the end, your answers for the given problem are minus 1 and 1 by 2. Okay. What are the answers? Minus 1 and 1 by 2. If you wish, try to check it. If you replace x with minus 1, this is minus 2 and this is minus 3 plus 1. So, balanced. And whereas if you replace with 1 by 2, this is 1 and step 1 by 2 is 0 and again it is 1. So these two are clearly the solutions for the given equation which involves with the step. Just have a look. And in the same way, we are going to solve the third bit C. Okay, have a look. The last one, 12C. Okay, the same model. First of all, you just took x as step x plus fractional part of x, which is I plus f. So step x is I, fractional part of x is f, and that f is in between 0 and 1, I is the integer. The problem is this, 2 step x is equals to x plus fractional part of x. So solving it is nothing but finding x, and means we need to find I as well as f. Okay, 2 times of the step x. So how can I write 2 times? The step x is simply I here, 2I is equals to x is I plus f, plus what you say about fractional part of x, again it is f. So from there, if you send I this side, you will get that clearly I is equals to 2f. This is the relation between the integral part and the fractional part of the x. Okay, and now again, see 0 is less than or equals to f less than 1. From there we need to locate 2f. Okay, since 0 less than or equals to f less than 1, multiply with 2, 0 less than or equals to 2f less than 2, and then replace 2f with I. So 0 less than or equals to I less than 2. So at the end, I is in between 0 and 2, I is an integer, and what are the possible values of I? And it is very clear that the possible values of I are 0 or 1. And since I is equals to 0 or 1, then I is simply nothing but 2f, right? So I is equals to 0 or 1, and it is again equivalent with 2f. Okay, I is equals to 0 or 1. See, what I am going to tell you is I is equals to 0 or 1, and that I is equals to 2f we have. Okay, so in each case we need to calculate I as well as f. If in this case I is equals to 0 directly, f also 0. And in this case I is 1 directly, and f is equals to 1 by 2. After having I and f, you simply calculate that x. See, x is I plus f. In this case x is equals to 0, 0 plus 0. And x is I plus f. In this case x is equals to 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 3 by 2. At the end, the given problem has two solutions, 0 and 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the way of solving some equations which involve with step x and fractional part of x. Last class in 11th point we discussed some problems which are somewhat bit complicated. Okay, but these are simple problems but involved with step x and the fractional part of x. Have a look. Okay, next stretch of problems 13, you need to solve these three. So now they involves with some squares along with the step, right? First of all, think about first one A. Among these three, the first bit A is somewhat easy actually. Step x square minus 5 step x plus 6 is equals to 0. So you may consider that step x as some other variable like t, no problem. If you take that, okay, step x as some t, or you may say I. Usually we are discussing that step x is equals to I, right? As our discussion, x is equals to I plus f, and this I is simply nothing but step x, and this f is nothing but fractional part of x, and this step x is an integral value, whereas this fractional part of x is in between 0 and 1. That's the basic idea. And here step x square minus 5 step x plus 6 is equals to 0. By taking that step x is equals to I, we have that I square minus 5I plus 6 is equals to 0. So it is easy for us to factorize it, and you will get that I is equals to 2R3 by the factorization. Okay, if you feel any discomfort there, you just write it like this: I minus 2 into I minus 3 is equals to 0, and from there you will get that I is equals to 2 or I is equals to 3. Okay, and what is I? I is step x actually, right? So that implies step x is equals to 2 or step x is equals to 3. If step x is equals to 2, then what you say about x? If step x is equals to 2, x is a number which is in between 2 and 3. From there it is very clear that 2 less than or equals to x less than 3. And since step x is equals to 3, the value of x is in between 3 and 4. When you combine these two, then your answer for the problem is 2 less than or equals to x less than 4. So x belongs to the open interval, closed interval 2 to open interval 4. Okay, just have a look. First we need to find the value of I. From there step x. So using that step x value, okay, locate the region where that x is located. Okay, just have a look, and that's 13a. 13b. See, the given problem is this: step x square plus x minus a is equals to 0. From there make x as the subject. So this x is equals to a minus step x square. A is given as a natural number, and here this term step x square involves with step for sure is an integer, natural and integral. The difference is also an integer. So it is very clear that x is an integer. Since x is an integer, for sure x square also will become an integer. So since x square is an integer, for integer value step value is direct value, right? So step x square will become x square, and x is simply x minus a is equals to 0. And now it is a quadratic in terms of x. So x is equals to minus 1 plus r minus root 1 plus 4a by 2. And we need to be sure that x must be an integer. See, here actually we know just a as a natural value, but we don't know the exact value of a. So then by knowing the value of a, after replacing here this a with that known value, you will get some simplified number for x. If it is an integer, that's the solution, or otherwise that's not the solution. So finally the solutions, the possible values for x is depending on the value of a. Okay, just have a look. For suppose if I take a is equals to 2, so 4 2's is 8 plus 1 is 9, root 9 is 3, minus 1 plus 3 by 2 is an integer, minus 1 minus 3 by 2 is also an integer. If a is equals to 2, I have two solutions for x. Okay, like that we need to think. If a is equals to 1, this is root 5, so we can't get an integer value for x, so you need to leave that. Okay, right. At the end, solving this equation is nothing but finding the values of x, and those values of x are dependent on the value of a. Okay, just have a look and then try to solve the next one, 13c. Look at the problem 13c. Step x square is equals to x plus 2 fractional part of x. So to solve this problem we need to go with that basic idea. So this problem is simply nothing but step x square, and step x is simply I. So I square is equals to x is nothing but I plus f plus 2 times of the fractional part of x. Fractional part of x is f. So 2 times of the fractional part of x means 2f. So send I this side and f plus 2f is this. Okay. So I square minus I is equals to 3f. And we know that, see, f is in between 0 and 1. Since f is in between 0 and 1, this 3f is a number which is in between 0 and 3. Very clear. Okay, we did already for many times. F is a number between 0 and 3. 3f is a number between 0 and 3. And since 3f is a number between 0 and 3, that 3f is nothing but I square minus I. Therefore, 0 less than or equals to I square minus I less than 3. And since 0 less than or equals to I square minus I less than 3. Okay, once you just pay attention on that I square minus I. I is an integer, right? Since I is an integer, I square is also an integer. Integer minus integer is again an integer. Okay, you need to work on integers. See, this I square minus I is an integer, and that I square minus I which is in between 0 and 3. So the possible values are 0 or 1 or 2. So from there we need to solve. We have different equations. I square minus I is equals to 0. I square minus I is equals to 1. I square minus I is equals to 2. Everywhere you just calculate the value of I. Okay, and from there you will get the answers, right? So what are the value of I from the first situation? From the first situation, I is I into I minus 1. Okay, so from there you will get that I is equals to 0 or 1. And in the second case, I square minus I is equals to 1. So what we need to say? you just apply certain what? Directly you won't get I think so. And the last case, I square minus I is equals to 2. I square minus I is equals to 2. If you solve it, you will get that I is equals to minus 1 or 2. Okay. So at the end, the possible values of I are 0 or 1, minus 1 or 2. And by taking these values of I in this relation, you just get the values of f also. If I is equals to 0, calculate f. If I is equals to 1, calculate f. If I is equals to minus 1, calculate f. If I is equals to 2, calculate f. And after that, having f for every I, you just add I and f, and that I plus f will give you the x values. Okay, you need to solve for some further. Okay, right. The problem is simple, but you need to find the value of x by adding I and f. Okay, that's the problem. So that's for today's class. Next class again I will come up with some new problems. Okay, right. You just complete this problem, and all these problems are very helpful in solving somewhat different problems related to this step function. So pay attention, see, learn by watching repeatedly this. Okay, then you will be somewhat more comfortable, right? Thank you. And at the end, if you are like this, just do like and subscribe for it. Okay.